Okay, welcome. I am here to show you my little app that I built. It is for a very simple NFL pool that we run, recreational, no money made by any of us in terms from a commercial standpoint. This is purely private for fun. The name I'm going to come out the gates and explain to you is from all of these guys, for most of them anyways. We played touch football together, and this was our touch football name was the Black Plague. So I apologize if this is offensive, especially during current events and COVID and such. It is by nothing but a coincidence. We just stick with the name, and if you're really upset by this, please fire me an email and explain to me. I'll listen, and I understand. Anyhow, moving forward. So this video is basic to explain to these guys. Hang on a second. I'm put a little turn on my cursor thing. Explain to these guys what's happened to their site. Last year, it was simply this one pager that just consumed the API and showed us we all choose teams, and it just gave us win-loss records and stuff. So obviously, pretty simple, straightforward. I think anybody can tell from here that whoever has the most wins at the end of the year gets the bragging rights and so on and such forth. The API I just want to mention is this service, outstanding service, really good dude. I think his name's Brad. Support's awesome. And I just use the very bare minimal service because we're just pulling in literally wins. But I mean, if you're looking for an API that pulls in all sorts of sports, it's not just NFL, all sorts of endpoints and data and such, like this is a really, really good one. So I recommend it. And another service I'm using on this now is Firebase. Yay, Google. Everybody knows Google. Really great service to run the new module, which I'm here to tell these guys about, and anybody who's listening, because this is connected to my GitHub portfolio site. So I am going to try to keep this as professional, not because we're your old friends. So if I drop a few F-bombs or swear, I apologize. Anyhow, moving forward. All right, guys. I'm speaking to you directly now. This is what you guys will see is brand new. There's a menu now. Before, it had no menu. Standings is the homepage, of course, as you can tell. The new ones being a draft page and a sign-in. The draft page is where everybody will go. The sign-in is where I will go, or whoever wants to be the administrator in any year, for the draft. So I'll show you what the draft page looks like. So when you guys come here and you go to that, and you'll see it says draft up here now. And oh, by the way, this is being developed locally for you guys in the draft. If you understand or anything, this is not the live version of the site. This is not what you will go and see right now if you went to the actual link. This is being developed locally on my machine until it's ready for deployment. So just so you know. Okay, so this is self-explanatory. These would be the teams that are available. As we select them, they get added in. This is the draft order. This is set via the admin. I will show you that in a second, but this is what you guys will see. And either we do a Zoom call, and hopefully we're doing it in person this year. But if not, even if there's always a one guy, as Mont lives out of town and, people travel, it's summer. I get it. We can do this over phone, everything. I can even control this over my phone, my smartphone as well. I don't need a laptop. I can do an iPad, anything. Doesn't matter the device. So it's handy that way. So what I will show you then is an example of draft day. All right. So bring it in. This window is a different browser, Safari to be exact. This one's Chrome. So if you notice with the sign in, if I sign in here and put in my credentials, yes, that was Snoop Dogg. Hey, I'm allowed some little creative output from time to time. Anyways, you'll see. So I'm signed in. My browser knows I'm signed in, so it gives me the sign out option. You guys are not signed in, so you do not get the sign out option. So there. So this is what you guys will see, and this is what I will be working with. And just to run you through this, what happens is it just, once it's signed in, it reads, the browser reads that there's an object created with authorization. This is all through Firebase. It gives me some auth capacity and runs a database, the NoSQL database, so it has the collections and documents in there. And so what happens is this module reading that I'm signed in gets inserted above here. So you'll see that's exactly the same as we scroll down. See, there's the board. So I'm looking at the exact same thing. Every year it's got a reset so I can, clear the assignments that we have. It has every team and a button of how I can assign the team to the person or the player, as I'm referring to us guys in here. Here's the draft order. Based on how our teams did or did not finish well last year. Yes, yeah, that's my team right there. All right, that's going to change this year, I promise. Anyhow, so yeah, it holds this whole thing holds up to 8 players. If I try to throw in number 9 or 10 or whatever in there, it will come back and it will bark at me and say, no, that's not the right number. But we can set that every year. Yeah, so this is, if you notice the draft order, maybe I had to change it. Maybe Andy finished in the bottom instead of me. I could only wish. Sorry, Andy. Yeah, and I want to change that. See, it swaps us. But I'm pretty sure it finished this way. Hate to say it. So this would be the order. And yeah, so if we, as a draft would go through, I know we have a way of doing it with our draft, but if there was somebody else, would go through and all the teams get picked. And as you see there, as I'm clicking these buttons, they're coming off the list over here and being assigned. And yeah, and we just would maintain going through this. And let's see, I'm just assigning these teams in particular right now. And that, so everybody's got a team, and then it's just everybody's going through, and we're drafting. Oh, it's happening. It's all over the place. Anyhow, so enough said. You see how it goes through. Now we max out. I'm going to use Nick's here as an example. So we max out. We can only have up to 4 teams. This knows this. If we try to add one more to Nick, it's not going to take it. But maybe it was actually Monty who picked Detroit, so it comes off Nick's. Now it knows that he's got a spot. And now he can have Green Bay. Simple little things like that in play. Understanding it's all real time. This does eventually save to this database will be my intent. I just have to leave this up for now. So whatever teams are selected in here will populate in here accordingly once we're all done and confirmed. And then I will come up with some way, probably disable it based on date or something. Anyhow, so the draft will only be available for a short time every year, if not one day. It'll be a thing you turn on and off. But for now, this is how it works. Yeah, so if you see, like, maybe it's next year and we reset the board and it clears everything out. Pretty simple. Nothing too super complex here. For you guys, or these guys, if you have any kind of like wishes, like maybe I'd like to see this in here, or maybe like to see that, or questions. Anybody's got any questions, please, you know how to get in touch with me. If you're just looking at this on the YouTube channel, maybe send me a message through YouTube or my GitHub, and yeah, I'd be happy to maybe try to put in whatever you guys want to see in here. Maybe not this year. I'm not sure if we have time before the draft, because it's only a couple months. And but yeah, let me know what you think. All right. In the meantime, I hope to see your faces real soon in person. And until then, stay healthy, stay happy. Talk to you soon.